One thing I realized is that I am not a nice person. Something that really hit me hard today, a couple of things hit me hard today. First thing was, I was with this animal, a cat, and someone who was sitting next to the cat goes, "Hey Farhan, don't you feel emotion that you have this cute little creature sitting on your lap, purring?" And I thought to myself, I don't. And I felt like I'm not a nice person. Like, I'm a person who lacks emotion. Even though I do have a lot of pain and a lot of discomfort and a lot of suffering, I've never really expressed it emotionally. I've always tried to solve it. So when someone sees a problem, sometimes they cry, or they feel bad about themselves, or they feel emotional about the situation. I tend to just think, how can I solve this? How can I leverage this? Right? And then I went to Second Cup with another friend. And it really hit me hard because I went to get some water and there was this fat guy wearing a, whatever t-shirt and looked like a loser, And now that I'm on a fast right now, a 24-hour fast, as you know, we're going to do a 48-hour fast. So the mental clarity and stuff is there. And I saw this guy and I was like, okay. Consciously, I thought, like, wow, I just judged this guy for being fat. And this guy is like, first thing I thought is like, oh, this guy's a loser. He's a nerd. He probably doesn't get laid. What a fucking loser in life. He's gonna lose in life. He's unhappy. And lo and behold, he's a grad student, PhD student in mathematics, studying mathematical biology. He's making models. He's doing like oscillatory differential equations and shit like that, bifurcation analysis, shit I did and I studied, and I was like, okay, he's one of me. And as I was judging him, I was consciously judging myself for judging him. And right then and there, I had this moment where I said, you know what? I love this guy. This guy is full of love and happiness. And I'm not trying to help him. I'm not trying to cure him. I'm not going to try to make him happier. I'm just going to share love with this guy. This fat bastard guy, And I was just became his friend. I'm like, hey man, what do you do? And how's your studies? And how are your teaching assistantships? And how are you he did a lecture for undergrads in biology, and right away he goes, yeah man, these fuckers didn't even know what a Taylor series was. I learned that shit in high school, and I did it like AP calculus. And I was thinking, wow, this guy sounds like me. Like, this guy sounds like a prick who is degrading people for not knowing a complicated mathematical thing. And his ego is winning. And he's not. Anyway, so he sat down alone. I was with my friend and I made a decision. I went up to him, I sat down with him, and I'm like, hey bro, remember at this point I'm still thinking like this guy's a fucking loser. But I understand that I'm thinking that. So I go up to him and I'm like, hey man, it was really nice to meet you and learn from you about math and what you're doing and what you're up to. Reminded me of my studies. Can I get your Facebook? And let me take a Snapchat with you. And right away he got very nervous. And he's like, nah man, I don't really take pictures and I don't want to do that. So instead of forcing it, again, I thought love and just being nice. And I said, hey man, it's all good. Don't worry about it. No need to take any pictures at all. And, I shook his hand. As I was shaking his hand, he's like, but you know what, bro? Add me on Facebook. It's cool. We'll be friends on Facebook. I only have 12 pictures, but I'm like, hey, man, it's okay if you have 12. It's all good. I just want to be your friend. And as I'm doing this, everyone at the second cup thinks he's like some homeless guy because he looks like a homeless guy. And he does smell a bit. So sitting next to me, he like reeked. And people are looking and people are staring, like as they always do, because I'm sitting with this, guy randomly. And I shook his hand and he was very happy. He had a smile on his face. And I'm like, hey, man, have a nice day. And as I was, now I look back, because, I was contemplating about today. And I look back and I say, you know what? That cat was sitting on my lap, and through that action, I was trying to understand, can I get emotional for a cat? Can I feel love for an animal? And look, I'm not gonna lie, I still don't. I'm still an emotionalist prick. I know that about myself. And but as the cat was sitting in my lap, I was feeling, I was petting the cat, and I was like, I think I climbed a bit in my emotion ladder. Maybe from 0 to 100, if I'm at a 0, maybe I'm at a half now, a 0.5 now. But the point of the whole thing is, action is everything, not thought or ideas or mental masturbation. It's action. So when I took that action and I shook the guy's hand and I got his Facebook and I sat with him and had that exchange, that action allowed me to become more emotional and become happier and see things for what they are without judging. When I took that action of being sensitive and vulnerable towards the cat, I know this sounds fucking weird, but it is what it is. As I was there and very much blissful and happy, that changed me at that point a bit. Like I said, a half out of 100. And I think this is a great start for me in terms of expressing what I really am. Because a lot of people, you included, see me as Doc Testosterone. I am not Doc Testosterone. I never was. And I'm realizing that now. I'm Farhan. I'm Farhan Khwaja. And I'm trying to become Doc Testosterone. Right? Today someone asked me, when I see you on YouTube, you seem like a person who has really a lot of experience with women and a lot of like a pimp player type vibe. I don't, and I'm not. I'm a person who studied a lot, has a lot of fucked up shit in his mind, does weird, risky shit all the time without shame or analysis or fear. But I have a lot of defects. I have a lot of problems with myself. I'm Farhan. And I want to really hit that home because I think we all try to be somebody. And I don't want you to see me as the leader of your tribe anymore. I'm not. I'm a member of your tribe. The leader of the tribe is Doc Testosterone. We're all trying to be one day Doc Testosterone. But I'm not. And you can interpret videos a certain way. I've never lied. I've never said anything wrong. I've always said what I believed. But the way I said it, the people I was around, the way I was portraying myself can easily be misinterpreted. So Doc Testosterone on YouTube is a character. That's not who I am. I am what you see me as in person when you physically meet me. So I want to make it very clear. Don't misinterpret what I can do for you versus what I cannot do for you. Whatever benefits I can provide to people, very specific strengths that I have that I can help you with, I'm going to talk about that in this new series. And I'm also going to very much emphasize what I can't help people with. So if you come to me with a certain issue and I can't help you, I'm just going to tell you, I don't know, because I don't have experience in that. So we're going to make a video series about that. And I want to start this new year, 2017, in a light where I want people to really understand who I am. Not through some insult video that I made, or some alpha male leader tribe cult thing that I made. I want people to understand me for my weaknesses, because I have a lot of weaknesses. And the first video that we will make, the next one, we'll talk about the fact that I am not some pimp player who has tons and tons of, or even a decent amount of experience with women. I'm not. But I can teach people how to get started. I can teach people how fast I've learned and how fast I've climbed the journey from never talking to a girl to the experiences I've had. But I'm not a person who is some porn star, Casanova, sexual god guy. I'm not. And I want to make it very clear that I'm on a journey with all of you, and we are all documenting this together as a tribe. And again, I'm a member of this tribe. I'm not a leader. So that's what the next video is going to be. I'm not a pimp. Maybe one day I will be if I want to be, or if things happen that way, but I'm not. And one of my top goals in life are to be honest, straightforward, frank, and just leave it as it is. And if I gain people, friends, people who learn from me, great. And if people unfollow me or unsubscribe, great, no problem. But I will be very precise from now on in what I know and what I don't know. There won't be any way of misinterpreting what I say. The misinterpretations will obviously happen. That's how human beings are. But I'm going to do my best to convey to you what you can learn from me and what you can't learn from me. And things you can't learn from me, I'll do my best to interview those people, bring those people to the channel. Because one thing I've realized is that I'm a student for life. That's what I do. I'm a guy who learns shit. And I'm going to use my strength to the best of my ability to do what I can. And I don't even want to say that I'm a teacher. I'm just going to do stuff I want to do to stay happy. And if people learn from that, great. It's a win-win situation. yeah, and anything that I've left out in this video, I'm sorry if it's incoherent or if the story is not clear, but I did my best, and I'm very happy that I made this video. And anything that I left out, I'll convey in the next video. No big deal, no self-judgment. And in the end, I want to urge you to be real. And if you haven't been real in the past, if people have misinterpreted what you wanted to say, tell them now. Call them, email them, whatever. Let them know. And really live being okay to get hurt, being okay to get emotionally damaged, being okay to get your heart broken. Like, be okay with that. I think that's the reality of life. Like, that's what really counts. And just remember that we're all in it together. There's no leader. There's no president. There's no prime minister, general, emperor, none of that. It's just, we're all on a journey together. You might know something I don't know. You might be very comfortable with something that I'm not, and vice versa. So we help each other, all of us. So yeah, look forward to the next video. I'll let you guys know exactly what you can learn from me in terms of pimping or getting comfortable and removing anxiety in terms of sex and being around women. And I'll tell you exactly what you can learn from me and exactly what I'm actually not. And yeah, very happy to make that next video soon. So we'll publish that. And if you liked what I said, hit the like button. As always, you already know this. Subscribe to the channel. You want to get notifications on videos. And share this with your friends if you think they can learn something from me or something from what I said. If someone needs to hear this, to really live in a holistic way and not really waste time hating and playing games and like doing what the book says or doing what someone told you to do. None of that. And comment below and let me know if you agree with me. Do you think that this is good? Because I want to learn from you as well. I would love to learn from you as much as maybe you've learned from me, hopefully. Yeah, so I'm going to stop calling myself Doc Testosterone from now on. I'm Farhan. And let's work together to reclaim our masculinity.